Hey y'all, Dell here today, and I'm kind of doing a different style of jacket video today, which is an unboxing. Here is a jacket. It is in a box. It has just arrived. This is a jacket from the Master Supply Co. They're based out of Canada. I have paid for this jacket. They did not send it to me, and I did not tell them I was an influencer or something buying their jacket, even though I have a certain degree of online presence. I was not approached by them in any way. And I've been curious about this particular brand in a similar way to how I was curious about Thursday and their jackets. And you know, the Thursday jacket, I did a review, you should check it out, hype versus reality. And I think I kind of want to go into that hype versus reality mode for the Master Supply Co. jacket, but that'll be for another video. And this is purely about the lead in to my purchase and the opening of this jacket and an initial look at how it fits and feels and looks. And so the main reason I am so interested about Master Supply Co., well, there's two reasons. One, the price point is attractive, and a lot of people are responding to the comments to my videos and my posts. You know, they wish they could have a shot jacket or a Rainbow Country jacket or any of these more expensive jackets that I have that are, you know, $900 plus, but they just can't afford it. And you know, typically my response is, okay, well, save up or buy used, and I often do buy used. And you know, Master Supply Co. is at this price point. I think I paid around $450 for this jacket, which is, by the way, the model I went for is the Daytona 224. More on that in a minute. And so that price range is roughly half of a shot jacket, and I think people may have a feeling that by paying for these more expensive jackets like a Shot or Vanson or the much more expensive ones, they're paying for a name and not the jacket itself. And so there's a desire to hunt for a better value. And so I get that. So cost is a major concern. And part of my interest in this, so maybe if this jacket is great, then I can recommend it to people. And then two, I have really been seeing Master Supply Co. jackets pop up in the feeds of folks that I follow on Instagram. And I tend to follow people that are into leather jackets, that are into more rugged American styles, that are into the heritage menswear scene, however you want to phrase it, but durable things, robust things, made to last and wear in beautifully, in a way that the Thursday jackets have not really been penetrating that group. And I really think Master Supply Co. is particularly targeting folks in that heritage scene. You know, their marketing materials emphasize the ruggedness of their jackets, the patina development. They are making jackets not just in lambskin like Thursday, they're making jackets in cowhide or buffalo, which are more robust materials by their nature. And so I'm curious, because these jackets have really been penetrating the market of the folks that I really consider myself to be a part of in a way that I don't so much with Thursday, I'm really curious about, is it legit? Well, you know, so that's where my mind is on this. Now, thinking about what Master Supply Co. is doing here before we go into the unboxing, which is they're a company based out of Canada. Some buddies apparently decided to get together and started this company. And what they're doing is something that I think can be interesting. There's an interesting idea here, which is they're having their jackets made in Pakistan, and they are controlling the designs and must have some kind of policies and steps in place to have some kind of quality control here. And it seems like the goal then is to have designs that appeal to a certain crowd in rugged materials that are made at the Pakistan price, which is pretty low, and then sold at a markup where they're using their marketing know-how and design knowledge to fill the gap and bring value to people. So an interesting idea, and one that really had a lot of traction, a very similar idea, had a lot of traction on the hobby forum at Fedora Lounge about outerwear. And it's not Master Supply Co. there that is making jackets out of Pakistan that people have been custom ordering. It's another company called 5 Star Leather, where people are submitting their designs directly to this Pakistani maker. And if you go look at Fedora Lounge and you go to the 5-star thread, it is a huge thread. It's a very long thread with lots of people getting jackets and asking about them and pursuing designs of their own and sending in jackets that they own, vintage ones that are kind of busted up, so that the folks at 5-star can copy the designs. And what has been kind of uncovered from my looking at that, by not handling any of those jackets myself, but by being a member of that forum and reviewing and kind of seeing the results and the outcomes there, is that people will get jackets made. The price is amazing. They are not paying a lot of money for these jackets, a few $100 maybe. And they're able to have complete control over the design. And the jackets come back and people can seem happy with their jackets, but the jackets do always seem to be not 100% what they wanted. There's something about the construction, perhaps the way the arms are attached, or the pockets are finished, or if there is a lining, how the lining is put in. There is always tend to be certain details that are just not quite up to the standard set by the higher end makers, whether that's Schott or Vanson or people that are more expensive. And so it strikes me that this would be the potential downfall or pitfall with a brand like Master Supply Co., which they're basically trying to do the same thing at scale, right? Where they have designs that they want made, they've engaged Pakistani makers, and they're trying to keep them to a certain standard of production. And, I don't know how it's turning out. I will say that it's clear that Master Supply Co. is iterating on their designs, which is to say, this jacket is not just the Daytona, it's a Daytona 224. And so they've intentionally made some changes to the design on this jacket to try to improve it from their original design. And so I could see that being a good thing, and they're trying to take this base product, a minimum viable product, and improve it over time to make it at least good enough that someone can enjoy their jacket. But then in 5 years, maybe they're starting to make really good jackets. I don't know, but that seems to be the idea that they have. So, interesting idea here from a production standpoint. So, without further ado, we're going to get into this jacket and take a look at it right out of the box. All right, there we go. Looks like I open it on the other side. Looks like. So an interesting thing about this order process is that my jacket was not actually shipped from Canada, even though the jacket was shown as being in stock on the website. It was shipped from Pakistan. So I don't know if they had to make this jacket to order for me specifically, or if they just miscounted what stock was where. I'm not sure, but there certainly was a delay in the receipt, and it surprised me that the jacket did not come from Canada, where Master Supply is based. And as I mentioned, I actually have to poke them to get them to, I should really use a different tool rather than this old pocket knife for this. I feel like I'm going to mess that blade up. I'll clean it up. Lots of glue. Alright, open on the sides. Where's the next opening? Huh? Here, is this an opening? This is it. Okay. Call on me, call on me. There we go. I might even use my keys for this, which is more typical for me. Yeah, I don't really do unboxing videos, so thank you for tagging along with me on this exciting journey that we are engaging in together. Maybe I'm just going to pop it out the side. That seems like a more productive thing. Here it comes. Ta-da! Okay, jacket in a bag, and that is the entirety of the box. Ah, the bag also says Master Supply Co. on it, all right. So where does this, oh, there's a zipper, guys, there's a zipper. All right, let's see. Here we go. I'm gonna have to remember. Ta-da! All right, and just so you see, they also have this card in there which says, "Thank you. Your support means the world to us. Enjoy it. Reach out to us, etc., etc., etc." And then a picture of these guys all hanging out. I don't know. What do you guys think about this? That seems a little over the top to me, I'll be honest. But let's see if we can enjoy this jacket. Now this jacket is black, and it is in what they call Accelerust leather. And I gotta say, even that description of it sounds a little bit, let's move this off of here, like something I have a concern over, which is, do I really want my jacket to fade in 2 months, which is apparently the speed time it takes. Looking at this brown, and I think you can see it here pretty well, it's a shiny leather, and this is a black jacket apparently, but it looks honestly quite brown to me, and you can already see a bunch of brown tones peeking through. The proportions do look good from just laying here next to me. Let's see how this zip works. Okay, smooth. I kind of can't say that I like this tag here, having it tag branded right here by the zip. You know, I feel like that's something that is from the 80s, where Schott used to have their label stuck all over here, or would show up in weird little spots. Let's take a look at the back of the jacket. Alright. This is a very brown black. It really comes across as a deep chocolate brown. Alright, next up, we are going to put this jacket on. Alright, so this is the jacket being held up. It is very slightly wrinkled coming out of the box. There's nothing odd about that. I'm snapped up and zipped up. Has this pretty blingin' lining. All right, here we go. This is a medium. I normally take a medium in everything. United States 40 is my typical size. So one difference between the 224 and the base model Daytona is they increased the length of the jacket and then rode the zipper up a little bit. So there's this gap here, which is something you do see on longer traditional racer style jackets. I don't even know what this looks like because I haven't worn it yet. It feels okay on the body, okay? Something about the pockets here is bunching. Let's see if I can get that undone. So interesting thing about these internal pockets is that, okay, this one is open. This one has a zip to it. I don't know if that's a good or bad thing, but it's a feature. And then there is some kind of, it's the zip for this external pocket. There's a lot of pocket action going on here, and something that can seem like just a positive, but I find if you have a lot of pockets stacked on top of each other, you can get some kind of unusual bulges and things going on. So having all of these internal pockets and side pockets, along with the chest zips, all kind of stacked on top of each other, can make for a lumpy appearance, and just one of those kind of think about it kind of things. It's not just a positive to have more pockets. Okay, now this jacket has an action back. It's a little hard for me to tell if it's working. I'm going to turn. The cut is kind of generous enough on the chest that I don't really feel it. So, interesting. This is the jacket. This is the first fit. First impression is that This is a decently made jacket. I have no idea how it will wear in. The leather is extremely pliable. Very, very, very pliable. No need for a break-in, kind of obviously. I think that there's too much action going on here with the pockets. You can kind of see the bulges that they're creating, and they're creating a stiff front here. I think it might drape a little better without the huge internal pocket. I'm going to show you what I mean by that. See how big this zone is around this pocket? It's really big and really stiff, and it's just drifting inside this interior liner. It does make for, against this very pliable, soft leather, a kind of bulbous kind of situation. A personal preference thing, I would prefer not to have such a bulky internal pocket there. Maybe even no internal pocket on one of the sides, or much slimmer ones. This patch here also, holy buck boys, I guess is part of the Master Supply Co branding. It just adds more material on the inside. So, here we have it, right out the box. A very brown black leather jacket. And we'll have more thoughts on this coming up.